So today we are going to discuss about what is an ideal gas and its equation of state. So first we will define ideal gas. What is in ideal gas? Basically this equation, this gas is physically doesn't exist. It is an hypothetical gas. Ideal gas is an hypothetical gas. So ideal gas can be defined on the basis of two assumptions. Number one, molecules of the gas infinitely small. What does it mean? For example, if you take a container, so this capital V is the volume occupied by the total gas. So if you consider a small particle of it and it is occupying, let's say for example, delta V. So we can see delta V is far less than capital V. So what happened? Delta V by V is comparatively zero. It's negligible. The fraction is negligible. That means that the particle or a molecule of a gas does not occupy a measurable volume. Next assumption is no attraction or repulsion forces between the molecules. Means for example, if you take a container again, so capital V is the total gas occupied volume and small particle is here and another particle is here. So the effect of this particle doesn't have any effect on the other particle and other particle doesn't have any effect on this particle. That means there is no attraction or repulsion forces between them. When it is possible, when the particles are far apart, means the distance between the particle is more, then we can say there will be no attraction or no repulsive forces. So this is about ideal gas. Now we'll see the equation of state of an ideal gas. Let me rub the board. First of all, we'll see the equation of state. What is equation of state? Equation of state can be defined like this. A functional relationship among the properties like pressure, volume, temperature is called equation of state. So equation of state is basically an equation which has the pressure, volume, temperature properties having some functional relationship that we can also call as ideal gas equation of an ideal gas. How can we derive that? So for example, if you consider ideal gas at state 1, it has at state 1 the pressure is P1, volume is V1, temperature T1. What happens? This ideal gas changes to state 2. So whenever there is change in state, there will be a change in properties. So like pressure is changes to P2, volume is changes to V2 and temperature is changes to T2. But this process from state 1 to state 2 gone through two processes. One is constant temperature process and then constant pressure process. So this equation of state or ideal gas equation can be derived by using two laws, gas laws. One is Boyle's law and another one is Charles law. So by combining these two equations, we can get the equation of ideal gas. So let's say, for example, if you keep temperature is constant, temperature is equal to constant, then pressure P1 is changes to P2 and volume is changes to V dash. Let's say, for example, so according to the Boyle's law, at constant temperature, pressure and volume, how the relationship is? It is inversely proportional. When it is inversely proportional, we can write P2 by P1 equal to V1 by V2 because inversely proportional. So if you keep P2 and P1 is equal to V1 is V1 only, V2 is V dash. So from here V dash we can write like this, P1 V1 by P2. Let's keep it in a box. Say this is equation number 1. Now come to, once the temperature constant process is over, we'll go for pressure constant. Now what we are doing, pressure is we are making constant. When the pressure is constant, the temperature is changing from T1 to T2 and volume is changing from V dash to V2 at constant pressure. So what it does indicate, it is nothing but a Charles law. At constant pressure, the volume and temperature are directly proportional. So from this relation, we can write V2 by V1 is equal to T2 by T1 because these are directly proportional. So V2 is V2 only, but V1 is here, V dash is equal to T2 by T1. So from this relation, we can write V dash is equal to V2 T1 by T2. Let's keep this thing in a box. Let's say this is equation number 2. If you observe, equation number 1 and is equal to equation number 2 because here V dash, the value is equal to the V dash from this value. So what I am doing, from equation 1 and 2, equation 1 and 2, I can write P1 V1 by P2 equal to V2 T1 by T2. If I want to rearrange these equations, then P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. That means we can write, if the process is continuous like that, then P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2 is equal to P3 V3 by T3 is equal to, and so on. So from this relation, we can write PV by T is equal to some constant. So that constant it is denoted by R. This is known as universal gas constant. R is universal gas constant. Gas constant. So PV by T is equal to R. PV is equal to RT. This is for 1 mole of gas. 1 mole of ideal gas, PV is equal to RT. If for n moles of ideal gas, for n moles, PV is equal to nRT. So this is our equation of state for ideal gas, or we can say equation of ideal gas or ideal gas equation. Let me rub the board. Units of R value. Units of R. That is universal gas constant. And as for 1 mole of gas, 1 mole of ideal gas, PV is equal to RT. R is equal to PV by T. So according to the Avogadro's law, 1 mole of any gas occupies same volume 22.4 meter cube of volume under normal conditions. What are the normal conditions? normal conditions. So normal conditions at pressure 1.01325 bars and temperature is equal to 273 kelvins. These are the normal conditions. At these particular conditions, any gas of 1 mole occupies 22.4 meter cubes. So from this equation, 1.01325 bars, 1 bar is equal to 10 power 5 pascals into 22.4 meter cube by 273, you will get 8.314 kilojoule per Kelvin mole. So the units of universal gas constant is kilojoule per Kelvin mole. So this is about the universal gas constant, and we have finished the equation of state.